Let me make sure that everything's good. Make sure my audio's good, and then yours is. Yeah, turn this one game audio off. Hey, just start saying stuff.
No, it should be fine with my audio.
Okay, you're good.
It shouldn't interfere.
Okay.
Bro, I remember this used to be like the main area of roleplay right here.
Oh yeah, this was.
This was.
Yeah, this was like the fucking hub, bro. Like the center
Yeah.
of all. I forgot to put that on there too. I need to put that on there, bro.
OG basis. I've been role playing this role playing like over eight years now. I am mostly a veteran of roleplay, so I've had issues with community with this just the role playing community in whole for just so long. I think it for me I started noticing shit was going bad in the roleplay community about 2015 when I was young.
Okay, so he explained his points, but welcome to another garbage tier video. Knowing me, I'm probably not even going to add any music. You guys can just listen to the voices because I'm lazy. All right, I'll add music probably. So today we're gonna be going over all of the reasons, or a majority of the reasons, that Ark and Shots did not cover in their video about why the roleplay community is so garbage, why I'm not participating in it as much. This doesn't apply to every game, so no, this does apply. Let me think about it, because I was going to say it doesn't, but then I just really think about it. I'm like, yo, this applies to like half the games that we're talking about. So this isn't just Dragon Ball in that case. So let's get started. So first, my first point I have here, but before I get to that, I'm here with Raikon, Denon Spitzo, the man himself, young Raikon. What's good?
Oh, so thanks for having me. Just let's get into this because I've had issues with the roleplay community for quite a while. Roleplaying 8 years, roleplaying veteran. So let's get into it because I want to discuss this.
Okay. So the first point I have is the limitations of Xenoverse. Now, people are so quick to say, let's roleplay on Xenoverse, and the main reason I don't really do it anymore, this is probably like one of the main reasons, is because it gets tedious to like we visit the same spaces, the same places, and everything. Ooh, I got some bars. The same hub world constantly, and it's like we have to literally go out our way to make things something different. So for example, like if it's the Majin place, we have to be like, ah, nah, this is hell. If it's like Hercule's house, we have to be like, oh no, this is my job, this is a college. You have to like
Yeah,
force yourself to do things that you shouldn't have to, because the hub world is so basic. I know it's weird to say, but it's basic. You can't interact with many things. You can't even go into Frieza spaceship. Now, if you can go into Frieza spaceship, the Orange Star High School, um, places like that, then you'll be able to enjoy the roleplay. You'll be able to have different places you can go, but they're locked for some reason. You can go on there, but you can't see the other people that are going into that space, and it becomes really tedious.
and another thing, which I've also noticed is that if you haven't noticed what he's saying is actually very true. But another thing I want to touch on is how couldn't they make updates? Well, obviously we've seen games such as Fortnite. They drop new maps and such things in the middle of a game, which doesn't really have like negative effects on the game. Well, because of the players who work, etc. But modders make custom-made hub worlds that have more interaction and there is more options for you to do in there than the actual game itself. And it's not hard for them to go back into the system and redo it. It's just the fact that they're too lazy and they don't have enough like care for the communities. Like the only thing that they're worried about is what money they're bringing in. after they get the amount of money that they are wanting, they're done with the game. Um, that's probably like another big thing I have is hub worlds as well as where you can see where we're sitting. We're in Common House. This actually used to be back in the original days of Xenoverse 2 role playing. Used to be the main area, and I remember them. They was always lit and it was always fun, but the fact of it's getting repetitive. I am not a very repetitive person in role plays and in real life either. So when something is repetitive, it gets old and tiring and boring, and the fact that you can't interact with anything outside of the world unless you're soloing. And even at that point, like I know some people back in the OG days used to use NPCs to interact with. Now you can't even interact with some NPCs, don't even give you dialogue. So it's old, it's repetitive, it's tiring, it's boring. There's nothing to entertain anyone anymore. It's just dull.
It's definitely dull. Going further on that, most of the time, whenever someone talks about the modders, is that they like to say, well, they're just reusing the resources. Okay, so you're telling me that it's easier for a modder to reuse the resources than the actual creators? So as soon as someone says, yo, the developers need to get on the stuff the modders is on, and then someone defends it by saying, well, they're just reusing the resources. Okay, this is being done so the developers will actually do something. It's not just being done to brag about how good they are. It's good to show them that, hey, this is your engine and we're doing better than what you're doing. Step your game up. That's what that's for. All right, moving on further, we're going to get into a bit more of the more deeper into like the role play stuff, things like that. First of all, I want to start off with the reason it's so hard to find role plays. Like if you're any competent role player like me, Shots, Rycon, or Ark, you would know that it's really hard to find adults. Like and most of the time when you find adults, they're just trolling half the time, and they think that's funny. Me, I don't find trolling funny. It's just dumb to me. But for the most part, you find children. Like if you go right now and look up a roleplay post, you're gonna find like a bunch of children posts saying kids only, or like you'll say if you make a post, you'll be like adults only, and then kids still join. Well, I'm 17. So I think I'm good. So you're like, okay, well he's 17, so maybe he has a little bass to his voice, and he's like, hi guys, I'm here to roleplay. No, dude, we're talking about
Oh
full-on
my
adults
god.
with semi-competent brains that can process something other than eating Danimals and Go-Gurt, dude. We're talking about something other than just toddlers coming in here with their son Goken characters. No offense, because I know someone named Goken, or like their son Gokhan. Like it's just it's irritating to find any good role players. So that's also why the roleplay community is declining in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Yeah, and another thing, speaking on the older side of the community, not only are they trolling, you'll either find other two of either one of them are basically dead brained, and that is rude. Don't get me wrong, but it's true. You'll get in the party with them, and they'll either be drunk or they'll be high or they're just dead, which means that it's
Exactly.
not that the fact that they're not wanting to role play, they're not there. So they'll be there, but every time you speak to them, it's say you're
In
in a
another
say
plane
for
of
instance
existence.
you're like hello. They're over here, roof, wall, floor, over here. No. And that's one thing that probably irritates me the most. And then speaking on the kids topic, alright, don't get me wrong. Alright, I have half brothers, I have everything. Little kids are not a problem to me. But it's the fact of when I go out of my way to create a full post, a lengthy post on Xbox, or sometimes I'll even go out of my way to go on to like different Facebook for Discord role players to find to get on Xenoverse 2 through Xbox to on Xbox, right? That's a lot of extra. And the fact that I do that should, open the eyes of children that do not want a kid joining with a voice that sounds like I'm giving my pit bull a squeaker toy. And don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing children and saying that they cannot roleplay because I have
Oh,
met
you
two
were.
or three decent. Well, all right, I am, but there is like I'm not hating on all the kids due to the fact I know of 2 to 3 decent kid role players. I'm not saying they're great,
Out
but
of
they're
like
decent enough
5,000.
where they're tolerable.
Yeah, out of like
Tolerable,
5,000.
same thing. Yeah, out of
Going
like
off
the
of
fucking all the kids in the world who have an Xbox One who role plays.
Going off of
So
the word tolerable, we're going to see how tolerable people can be about this topic. Drama. Oh my goodness. Oh, you got this, Raikon. That's all you.
drama, probably the most annoying. I want to say so many different cuss words. It's not even funny. I am a very laid back individual. I like everything calm and organized. When drama is inserted into any topic, it is utter chaos, especially in a roleplay. A roleplay could be going smooth and it should be going everywhere, and then someone will get offended for a big problem I have is outfits in Xenoverse 2. Is someone comes in looking like a hobo around the block at a bonfire, and someone else comes in here like they're dressed for a business meeting, and that doesn't match, and then I have to say something, and then that's when everything starts spiraling downhill. Saying they start talking about, your stuff in real life. They'll start talking about voices, your outside appearance. They'll talk about your character, booting offline. Oh my god, that is the most annoying thing ever. When you hear a 3-year-old talking to a 50-year-old, and they say, "If you don't stop talking to me, I'm going to boot you offline." Stop talking. All right. Any person who knows how to boot offline will not say, "I am going to boot you offline." Or the classic thing, "I am going to hack you." Or now it is, "I am going to call Microsoft." Or "I am going to report you."
In
Stop.
most cases, if you can boot someone, you'll just be like subliminal about it. You'll be like, all right, your net's fried, and you'll be like, what? Boom, then your net's fried. You don't be like, I'm gonna boot you offline in a couple seconds. Like, no, dude.
Exactly. And then it's just the fact of it gets old. And when even there's good drama, like drama, role play drama of character development, but when you insert drama, unnecessary drama of you know for instance, this is probably the most stupidest. I wanted to cuss again. Something is just something just so retarded. I was in a roleplay, a very chill roleplay with adults, and that's so rare to find now. And this younger adolescent male decided to yell at a person, and I mean put his mic all the way down his throat and tickle his own throat to yell at someone because they had allergies and they was coughing, but they covered their mouth so it wasn't an ear rape. So this dude went out of his way to put his mic all the way back down in his throat to yell and start a whole problem that didn't even need to be started in the first place. Simply all he could have done, which is the most simple thing, is, "Sir, mute your mic." That solves everything. But no. It even ties out to the real life. This new generation coming up, and so some of the generation now is just to the point of it is trash. It is beyond comprehensible. The way people think, just the idiocy of the whole world at this point is just horrifying, and it's hard to imagine this world or country surviving the next 100 decades, centuries, whatever you want to say. It's sad. Drama is just something that is out of place in any situation. It shouldn't be applied to.
Making small things like into a bigger thing, like things that could easily be solved, but you have to go out your way to get offended over it. Yikes! No thanks. I don't want any part of that. So that's what most of the drama comes from, is because people don't know how to handle situations, so they just make it worse. Now, something that Ark mentioned in his video was that, I think this is a good time to bring it up, yeah. He said something about people getting bashed over backstories. Listen, dude, it's 2020. Constructive criticism doesn't exist, really. Let's be real. So, there's sometimes where you can sometimes like explain why their character is bad, but they won't understand. So I get what you're saying with the aspect of like insulting them. Like, all right, so let's say this. Off the top of my head, my son is the daughter of 𝗶ＨI. I had sex with 𝗶HI, and then I killed Goku. You're not killing Goku. That makes no sense. So if you were to be nice, we're like, well, you wouldn't kill Goku. You wouldn't do that. No, change that. You have to
Not would
change
it,
that.
you
You're gonna offend
couldn't.
someone. Like, you wouldn't do that. Like, no, you're not going to kill Goku and then finesse his girlfriend. Like, finesse his wife, and you're not gonna do that. So, you have to be a little hard on people because some people are so idiotic that they can't freaking fathom the ability to come up with a good backstory. So after you clown them sometimes, you can help them. But if they're competent enough, you can just flat out help them. There's a difference, there's a line. But I do agree with what you were saying, Arch, so don't make it seem like I'm coming at you specifically. Now, another thing I want to get onto, because I'm trying not to make this video like 30 minutes long, is patience. Alright, this is where I come in. This is where
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
the most patient person. I am you know this, right? I'm on all day,
I am
every
not
day.
patient at all. I have a patience, but
So
it is
so
very
people
short.
so yeah, so people that they're trying to role play, and knowing that they're busy, knowing that they don't have the time to really contribute to making the role play flourish, and then they do a scene that's super important, and then every other character is locked waiting for them to get back online to do that scene. So we're just stuck waiting here, and then when we call them out for it, we're told to be patient.
I'll be right back.
You idiot, we've been patient for the longest time. What do you mean be patient? We've waited for the longest time. I understand that people have stuff to do in their lives. I get it. I run like 40 servers. Not even 40, probably like 20. Yeah, I run like 20 servers. I'm super active in 20 servers. I talk to tons of people every day, but yet I have enough time to I have enough time to separate for role plays. I'll put the gaming aside for a second because I understand. I can just put the gaming to the side, just kick it to the side real quick. You know, I can separate my time that I spend with role playing and stuff like that. I know how to separate my time very easily. So for you or for anyone to say to be patient when we have to wait 13 years for you to respond or to say one thing and it's an important scene, oh yeah, it's an issue.
Patience. Probably the most also used as an excuse. Pretty sure you spoke on it. Me, I have a amount of patience to be able to wait an extended amount of time, but I can't have patience for someone who is being idiotic, trolling, or using patience as an excuse. As to another instance that I've been of someone who joined a roleplay, not on this game, it was actually on GTA 5. I was I was uh in a roleplay, and someone joined, and he was like, are we gonna have patient role players because I hate people who are impatient? I was like, yes, we should have patient people. It's not like it's a big deal. We have only grown-ups in here. Well, he's like, all right, well, I'll be right back. I was like, all right, that's cool. We'll wait till you get back from the start. This man left for 2 hours. He came back. We was already role playing. He gets mad, like, can you not have patience? And I was like, and I am very laid back, but I can be, I guess, toxic, aggressive, mean, whatever you want to call it.
You can snap.
I, yeah, I snapped, and it's just it gets to the point. It's sad to see someone who has to patience for excuse. Like if you know that, all right, I got this and this or something, this and this, or I may have to do this before you roleplay, get it done. It's not that hard. All right, it's not like the roleplay community is just gonna disappear in fucking zero point 0.2 milliseconds because you went to walk your dog Sally down the road.
Exactly.
It's not that hard.
Exactly. So moving on. Unoriginal ideas. This is actually something that was derived from shots. He brought up the drama too, but this is a huge thing. Well, probably not a huge thing because we're gonna blow through it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Um, just come up with your own stuff, okay? Don't take stuff from another game or another series and act like it's yours and act like you didn't, steal it or whatever. So just
Leeching.
that's all I should have to. Yeah, just don't leech. That's
Uh,
pretty much it for that.
but there is something I would like to say is if you are going to use a technique from another game. For instance, I met somebody who was in a Dragon Ball roleplay. they decided they wanted to use Sephiroth's supernova attack, where he creates an illusion at the start of the match, and then basically teleports them into a pocket dimension to where a supernova sun is being rushed at the opponent. Okay, so simply the fact of I've played, um, well, played and watched that game. All right, the fact that I know a lot about it is which is what helped me discover what this kid was doing, to the point of he said that this was an original move that he had created. And if you're going to do something like that, and you're going to take a move with everything, how it functions, how it works, etc., give credit. It's not that hard. If you're going to take an idea, give credit. Like, no one is ever that original, alright? You're not original where you can pinpoint accurately define a move without it being similar to a move that was already created. And I know personally from experience, the moves that I have for my character, I had to sit down over a course of all of the years I've been role playing to make each move. And I've have people who are new to role playing say, yo, your moves are busted, your moves are this. Well, each move I have for my character is set up into another move because that's how I made my character. So I don't, and I know I'm making this topic longer, it's not the fact that I even get mad at this point. I remember, in, like, I think 4 years into my role-playing career, I guess, where, role-playing time, I was really heated when I seen unoriginal ideas or leached ideas, and, I started, especially when I made servers, or communities, or aminos, whatever you want to call those, I remember I would legitimately put, if you leech, it's an insta-kick, but it's got to the point where a lot of I'm calling them new light role players leech. So all I ask is if you're going to use it, let someone know where it's from, or don't say it's yours. It's so simple, and it pains me to say that people just aren't original anymore, but it's what it's come to.
Originality is really hard to find. Something I want to go over. I think I'll hit all the points here, right, Con? You might have something to say, but I think I'll hit all the points. People that make their characters innately broken and use training as the excuse. So, I'm so tired of the fact that people will be like, yo, this character has the ability to go Ultra Instinct. He can completely shatter the world as a whole. By walking towards his grandmother, the world will collapse. So you have to defend his grandmother at all costs. Like, no, dude. It's really ugly, honestly. Like, personally, I'm the type that I prefer seeing a character's growth rather than just seeing that they're literally innately broken. So this all came from the idea that people would have like broken characters, and they're like, "How'd you get that power? You got to train for it." But now even that's becoming a cliche. So anytime you have a broken character, all you have to say is, "Well, I trained for this power. I trained for thousands and thousands of years in order to get to where I am right now." Okay, dude.
Or my favorite one, ice. I was born with this power. I can sneeze and shatter fucking dimensions.
Oh my god, dude, I hate people like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're just innately broken. So, I'm not gonna just rant about it. There's other things you can do, like, you don't have to just train to get power. Sometimes you can seek a higher power and train with them. But if you're just saying you're training by yourself and you just got that power, no. That's unacceptable. Another thing I don't like, but I'm learning to tolerate. Yesterday I saw this dude, and he said he's an angel and a proud Saiyan. What? Huh? I'm just confused. I'm like, I don't get that. I don't get how you're an angel and a Saiyan at the same time. That's what I mean. People make their characters innately broken, and
So,
nobody's saying anything about it.
alright, so, I was going to speak on it because you had covered everything, but speaking on, now I'm going to speak on custom races. Okay, big topic. I have so many different
You
issues.
better go over custom
Hybrids.
transformations while you're at it. Hit the
I
nail
will
with the
get
hammer, bro.
custom tree. I'll get those too. So first, we're gonna start with the races. So I am all for custom races. It gives diversity to characters. It gives depth to backstories. Fucking, it does everything. Excuse my language. It just makes it can make your character great, or it can
You don't gotta
make
worry about
you
your language.
the.
It's not like I'm monetized.
All right, well, it could make you the most trash role player ever, and you'll have the whole community hate you. All right, so back in the OG days, before we knew about Whis, Vados, all of those guys, a Angel Saiyan would have been perfectly fine because angels were a custom race given to us by folklore and mythology, given the fact that they had holy abilities, wings, halos. All right. Now, for
Hmm.
someone to say that they are an angel and a Saiyan makes no fucking sense because if if I am correct, because I'm pretty sure, because I did do some read up on this because of someone else like that, angels are created, not born.
Okay.
So, for you to be a Saiyan and an angel would have to go out of his way. Not only a angel, the Daikaioshin would have to go out of his way to betray Zeno, all of the angels, and every god of destruction to go and create a Saiyan and an angel.
Or they have to
Alright,
mate with a
that's
Saiyan
just one
to
thing.
generate an angel.
Yeah. Or we also have, and this is what pains me because this was my first character, as you say, I'm using on Rykon, was a Demon Saiyan. All right, now I'm going to speak on this, and it pains me to say this about my own custom hybrid race. It's not mine, as I'm not claiming it, but just the fact I see others doing this is okay. This race can be good. This character
Hmm.
can have so many different backstories that can tie into so many different things of power growth and depth of your character and personality and all of that. What I hate seeing is um my character's a demon saying, oh, he was born with Super Saiyan demonic power and he has Super Saiyan blue times shut up. Stop talking. Because if you know anything about the a Saiyan, for Saiyans to grow on a planet Earth, they're from Earth, by the way. They're pure-hearted. They're raised by a human. Then you're taking a Saiyan, which is murky, demonic, it wants destruction. That's a force that is rejecting each other. So there will never be this custom transformation, Super Saiyan Demonic 1, Super Saiyan Demonic 2, Super Saiyan Demonic 3. It doesn't make any relative sense. And then custom transformations. Custom transformations can be good. They can be good. They can be balanced. They can look good. They can be good. But it's to the fact of when you make your custom transformation have the Ultra Instinct ability with the Super Saiyan Blue Evolved buff, along with the multiplier of Super Saiyan Blue Evolved with Kaioken fucking Infinity, then we have a problem. Because that doesn't make sense. You can't have a transformation that you are born with that you can do this without. No, 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 take that back. You just that doesn't make sense for you to have the transformation. Goku didn't get Super Saiyan. You know how Goku got Super Saiyan Blue? He had to go through a ritual and then train like hell for it. All right, Vegeta, he never did the ritual. He had God Ki like literally placed inside of him by training in the God room, not the hyperbolic time chamber everyone wants to mistake for a God chamber. They can only God chambers can only be accessed by angels. All right, just putting that out there for all of you idiotic people who say, "Oh yeah, dude, I trained and I brought time chamber, so I'm getting God key." No, right? And then that's not how it works. And people who keep saying, "Oh yeah, I was born with God key," you can't be born with God key. God key is a thing that is only inherited.
Yeah, it's only inherited if you like. It makes sense. I get what you're saying. So, furthermore,
And yeah, all right. And one last thing on custom transformations. If I ever catch you in a roleplay and you say that your transformation gives you the God of Destruction's power, I'm kicking you. I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, buts, or my Aunt Sally's got a tumor and I can't help myself. I don't care. I will kick you.
we're gonna have to
Because,
speed through the rest of these.
Yeah, my
So finish
bad.
what you were saying.
It's just, but it's. I hate the fact that custom stuff can be good, but people just make them trash. And to the point of when people ask you what race you is, and you get ready to say something that it's a custom race, people just shun you for it at this point, and I don't blame them.
Because it's always dumb. Yeah, it's dumb. All right. So we have to blow through these. People don't try. They join role plays and they put forth no effort whatsoever, and it really doesn't help the role play to flourish or to get the amount of satisfaction that is needed
Margin.
from said role play. Oh yeah, we're not even gonna talk about that. People that make their character jokes just so they don't have to try, basically. Okay. People who try too hard and have massive egos.
I'm
Yeah.
throwing a shot out here to a dude who tries role playing too hard and ended up also becoming someone who doesn't try, or people who just act like they care but they don't care, or people who are fake when it comes to role playing. I don't care what they say. They can talk shit. They can message me or anything. He used to role play with a dude called Phoenix. He was a, I don't know what you want to call it, um, old frenemy or whatever of me
Rival.
and I guess you could say that of me and Tamarian. That's how me and Tamarian met through him on Discord. You know what
Oh,
I'm
you
talking
made
about.
him
Oh yeah, but we're not gonna get into it. But him specifically.
caller. I see.
Or
Okay, that's all I want to say is caller.
yeah, or you can also go into people who, and this is probably me. All right, I don't know if it's noticeable. I am of the dark skin nature. I am black. People who act like they are from the fucking hood when you are in a roleplay. Alright, listen. I have a character who is a hood character because I know how the hood functions. I do not want to see a kid named Josh making a character named fucking let's see, 𝗶𝗳𝗿𝗵𝗁𝗺 saying, "Oh, I'm blood gangs," and then over here saying he's going
Blood
to
gang
key
sis.
blast. He's like, I'm going to key blast your fucking planet away. Or they're talking like they're from the hood. Like, hey, bro, what's good? Shut up, bro. Oh, like, just stop talking. You're annoying. You're agitating. You're
Yeah, hood
retarded.
role
You're meant.
players are kind of irritating, especially
That
the
was
ones
us.
that say the
Oh,
N
sorry.
word as their character. It's so irritating. I hate it so much. Now listen,
Uh,
Tamarin, for example, she she's a black woman, okay? So she talks like a black woman, but she's intelligent, so she's not gonna be like, I'm like, oh yeah, she'll be like, y'all ain't touching me, like that's real shit. You're not touching me. Like that's how she would talk. Like she's not gonna talk like she's a defective ghetto freaking EBT basket, colorful basket from Walmart, freaking grabbing your food stamp card and just taking everything you can, your colorful freaking shopping cart basket, throwing in some Prego sauces, some noodles, some low calorie stuff, throwing in some chips, some sun chips. Like no, she's just an
yeah.
intelligent black woman. You get me? So that's what that is. Okay,
Like,
here's one that really makes
and
me mad.
yeah, yeah. Continue.
Oh, you're gonna love this one. RPs that reuse the same idea. So,
Well, we don't know what we're gonna do, so we're gonna do a high school role play. No, we're gonna do a tournament. Yeah, we're gonna do a tournament role play. No, we can't do that either. So let's do a romantic role play.
and this is gonna branch me off to something I hate, and I used to be a part of it, and that's why I hate it now. So, um, people who make characters just to ship them. No, so I've seen that so many times that people will legit make characters and then ship them instantly, and
And then
then
not
they do
even
it
use them.
exact. No, they do it for one sex scene, and then that's it. And then people will legit try to force sex scenes or force people to see them, and it's just so gross to me. In any roleplay that I do, in any server that I do, and at some point here in the future, I want to make another Dragon Ball roleplay because the last one sucked. But you will never see an ERP or a sex roleplay in my server. I can swear that. That is disgusting, and that's for DMs. But moving on to where I was saying earlier, this is where Rycon can step in, is that Roleplays use the same idea. Oh my god, it's so tedious.
Okay, and going into that, people who steal original ideas, alright, that pisses me the fuck off. I've made so many fucking RP starting ideas for long-lasting Discord and text RPs, and then there is always that one fucker who is like, alright, I'm gonna head out, and you look on and he has a post up and you join to see what it's about, and he's stolen your idea, and when you mention someone about it, they kick you and act like they had nothing to do with it. That is the most bullshit fucking thing ever, bro. It is not hard to sit down and use your brain, which was given to you to think of in something completely original. I've sit and I